is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. So, we're in a parking lot right now at 7:16 in the morning, pretty much. So I am at Disneyland right now, just arrived. We are going to be doing the 70th anniversary celebration that kicks off today. And I'm doing kind of a special vlog for this channel, because that's something that you guys seem to be interested in. So that's why I'm doing it for you today. I don't think I'm going to be covering everything because I am also going to be vlogging my other channel as well. It's going to be a very long day. I'm there literally all day today, from opening to closing. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'm hoping this is going to be a good vlog, so it's going to be very different for this channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and get our day started.
All right, we officially made it into the Esplanade of Disneyland. Now take a look at California Adventure. It's 7:30 right now, and gates are open so people can go inside. But take a look at Disneyland. Jesus Christ. Whew. Somehow I should have expected this, but I did not expect the lines to be this long. I've rope dropped before, and usually it's not. I think they probably just let people in at 7:30, but that's crazy. But look at this centerpiece right here. You got the castle. But yeah, this is insane. Look at all these people. 70th is about to be awesome. All right, and about 10-15 minutes later, we are finally inside. Look at that emblem. Celebrate happy. Sounds kind of weird though, but it's awesome. Glad to be back inside. You guys have absolutely no idea how excited I am today. So today's gonna be awesome. All right, park is officially open right now. Kickoff of the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. Look at how excited everybody is. It's crazy. All right, something honestly I wasn't expecting to see today, but KTLA 5, which is the local LA news channel, is actually here, currently broadcasting. They're actually live right now, so that's crazy. That's pretty cool. You'd think it'd be ABC 7, but it's not. Maybe they're somewhere else, but yeah. Again, told you, it's gonna be a crazy day today. All right, so initially I was gonna head on over to Space Mountain, because that's usually what I do all the time when I'm basically rope dropping, but you know, this time I think what I'm gonna do instead is do Big Thunder. That's probably gonna have somewhat of a long line, I don't know, but as you can kind of see, it's fairly empty. It's kind of emptier than I expected for the opening, but that's rope drop for you, so that's awesome. But yeah, because I can't film on Space Mountain. I mean, I can, but you're not gonna see anything. So for this vlog, I'm gonna try to get on a ride, maybe a couple, I don't know. And yeah, because again, we're gonna try to do things differently for this vlog, for this particular channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and do Big Thunder. Very excited. All right, here we are at Big Thunder. Says it's gonna be a 5-minute wait, most likely. Let's get on. Woo! Whoa! Woo! Hey, Mr. Goat! Woo! Oh! Woo! Oh! Woo! Oh! Oh, what a way to wake up in the morning. Okay, that was fun. I have not been on that ride in quite some time because the times that I have been coming here to Disneyland, it's been pretty busy. It's been surprisingly very crowded recently, and that's because a lot of the schools have been doing their end of the year trips, so they've been coming over here, and there's been a lot of school groups specifically being in this park. They go to Universal and Knott's Berry Farm as well, though, but Disneyland in particular is always very busy. So, yeah, it felt nice finally to get on the ride again. I wish I could get on Matterhorn, but that is currently closed for refurbishment right now. So, I don't know. We can try to get on another ride, but I kind of want to show you guys a couple of, I guess, tips when it comes to, like, say, if you guys ever want to go to Disneyland at any point. As you can see, rope dropping is your best friend. I mean, you have to get up very early in the morning to get here to park, go through security, and just be here, like, before the park officially opens. But it's 100% worth it because it's currently very empty right now, as you can see. Like, there's barely anybody walking behind me, and that's not usually normal. But also, rides are going to have a very short wait time at this moment. For like the next 2 hours or so, it's usually around maybe 10:30, maybe 10 o'clock is when ride lines start to get a bit more busier. So, yeah, but again, let's go ahead and walk around just for a little bit, show you guys a little bit around the park, and yeah, let's go from there. Oh yeah, it's still spring. So the geese have all arrived, or goose as I should say. This one is just literally perched on top of this building right now. There was two earlier, but one just flew down. I don't know where it is, but yeah. It's awesome to see these things, but at the same time, stay away from them. They will fight you. Oh, and speaking of the devil, there is one right here. That's where that one went. Again, they're very cool to see, but you do not want to get too close to them. They are not the most friendly birds out there. The rivers of America. I think we at Disneyland can definitely count our blessings because we actually get to keep our rivers of America, and it's not being turned into a Cars Land. We already got one in California Adventure, so we don't need another one. So, but this is also where we see our show Fantasmic at night. I'm not going to watch that tonight because we have two other shows that are here for the 70th, and that's going to be my focus. We are going to go on that island at some point, probably a little after I get on another ride. But yeah, just take in this view. And again, just look at how empty Disneyland is. It is currently, I think it's almost 9 o'clock right now. And see, again, rope drop is your friend. If you want to avoid most crowds, Okay, so well, the geese are out there singing. Saying something, I don't know. But yeah, if you want to avoid the crowds, at least have some moment to just have peaceful Disneyland, then definitely get here at rope drop.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
High on the dead oak tree.
So right for the midnight street.
Creepy creeps, creepy eyes. Trying to shake your eyes. Creepy ghosts try to socialize.
Not to mention, love that ride. Tried to get some good footage on there though, but it's too dark to film. My camera does not get, well, filming on my phone, so not the greatest footage. But I'm gonna try to do Indiana Jones. May not film that one though, but I'll try. Indiana Jones is only 35 minutes. It's probably actually shorter than that, probably more like 20. Trust me, I've been through this line plenty of times and I know exactly how fast it goes. So let's get on.
You have chosen life. This path leads to timeless youth and beauty. You look into my eyes. Your path now leads to the gates of doom. Don't tell me that wasn't big fun.
All right, and we are back at the castle. Look at the 70th emblem on there. Admittedly, I wish it was kind of bigger though, but it still looks nice. But yeah, I just got off of Indiana Jones. That ride was freaking awesome, seriously. There's Matterhorn right there. Again, it's unfortunately closed. And again, back to media. So I'm not really sure what I want to do next. I may want to do Space Mountain. Though again, I can't film that one anyway, so maybe walk around the park for a little bit just to show you guys, you know, the different lands that Disneyland has around here, which you've already seen. You've already seen Frontierland and you've seen parts of Adventureland. So yeah, may go into Star Wars. Who knows? And one of the things I always love to see when it comes to Disneyland is the ducks. They got geese and they got ducks. And earlier on in the year, actually in the spring, there was a lot of mommies around here with some little baby chicks following around them. And of course, everybody would kind of stop and watch and follow them. It was the cutest thing ever. I think I have footage on my computer that I can probably show you guys in this vlog. There were so many. So yeah, that's kind of like that's just part of the beauty of Disneyland. All right, I'm not really sure if you can see that, but we are at Space Mountain. Now, I'm only here because I want to give you guys a little bit of a tip if you ever want to come to Disneyland, especially if you are somebody that is, you know, a solo rider just like me. So if you don't want to wait in that line, which is about 40 minutes, and trust me, Space Mountain has like probably the worst line in the entire park, go over on this side, and they have like somewhere like all the way back in that area, and they have single rider. And that usually gets you on the ride in usually 20, maybe 35 minutes. Probably less than 35 minutes, but most likely 15, 20 minutes or so. So that's a good tip to have. Again, and even if you're in a group, like say a small group, and you don't want to wait that long, you can definitely just go over there for single rider, and you'll get on very quickly. All right, so you see right over here is usually where they held the single riders. Not all the way up here though, but you see where those are down there. That's usually where you hold single rider, and again, it's about 15 minutes, but this time it actually has me going straight up, basically to the exit, because it's pretty early in the morning, but this does get packed usually, but even if it gets full, that's usually about maybe, again, a good 30 minutes that you're waiting, which is much better than 75 minutes. All right. Got my single rider pass, just down this hallway, and I'll be on the ride. So I'll see you guys afterwards. All right, after that was about 5 minutes that I only waited in single rider. So I told you, do a single rider if you don't want to wait in that long line for Space Mountain. But speaking of long line, look at all of these people waiting for popcorn. They got like a special popcorn bucket, I think, yeah, let me see if I can show you guys right here. Yeah, so right here you have this Mickey Mouse popcorn bucket, which is about 60, I think it's like $51, 60 bucks or something, but it actually moves, it talks, it blinks, so it's more of a toy than a popcorn bucket, but this is what everybody is after. So that's why the lines are so long for popcorn. Crazy. Alright, so I do hope you guys are enjoying this video as much as I am enjoying making it for you guys right now. You guys have no idea, but I'm actually very out of my element. I don't like doing these kind of vlogs, usually just talking to the camera and everything, because I am way too shy to be doing that. But it's much easier for me to do it when there's barely people around here, because trust me, later on in the day it's going to be very, very, very busy. So yeah, But we're gonna actually head on over, look around at Fantasyland, probably look at Toontown. And I'm not fully sure where we're gonna end this video. It's probably gonna be soon, because I might want to start doing some other things. I also want to get breakfast at some point, which doesn't mean I gotta stop the video for, but you know what I mean. But yeah, we're just gonna continue walking around. Let's see. I don't know how to end these clips. I don't know how to end this. So let's just go. Let's just go. Yeah, so take a look. There are some more geese over on this side, and actually there's a little baby geese. All grown up, actually. Well, not all grown up, but you know what I mean. It's gotten much bigger because their babies are much smaller than that. Yeah, but we gotta stay away from them, not get too close. But yeah, Matterhorn behind walls. It is such a shame it is closed on the opening of the 70th, and they say it's supposed to be closed for a while, which sucks. One of my favorite rides, but you know what? I mean, you can kind of see right there they're doing some construction, got some structural work, because it's a pretty old building, so it needs it. But yeah, I'm glad that it's getting the care and, you know, love that it deserves, but still, it sucks to see it close. All right, we are over here by Small World, which actually recently just reopened this week. It was closed for a couple of months, maybe 3, for refurbishments. I'm definitely not going to be showing this ride off in this vlog, because also look at that line. It says 20 minutes, but I'm not really sure if it's actually 20 minutes. I have no idea. But I'm glad to see this ride open once again. I miss Small World. Alright, and here we are in Mickey's Toontown. Got you a wide shot there for you. This place was recently refurbished. I think it was refurbished about like maybe 2 years ago, I think. That's a newer ride, the Runaway Railway, which is actually one of my favorite rides here at Disneyland. But this was my all-time favorite spot when I was a kid, especially considering that nowadays it's a lot busier than it usually used to be. It used to be fairly empty, but again, a lot of things are new around here, like this fountain. I love this fountain. It's just so freaking silly. Okay, sometimes what they tend to do is have like characters walking around here. It's kind of rare. Like sometimes you'll catch Pete walking out here. Here's Goofy's house, and they kind of completely decked it out with the playground and slides and stuff like that. Woo, that is a long line for Minnie. That's where you can meet Minnie Mouse in her house. That I did not mean to rhyme, but you know what? I got bars. I got bars for days. There's Donald's house over there. There's the roller coaster, Gadget's Go Coaster. Surprisingly, a pretty fun ride. And then Mickey's house himself. Or what? That doesn't even make sense. Mickey's house right over there where you can meet Mickey Mouse himself. So yeah. Pretty cool location. Again, this is, I love Toontown, especially with all the new changes that they made with it. It's even better than it was before. Ooh, there's Mickey and Goofy and Donald. I guess they're doing like a media thing right now. Again, they got cameras all over the place. Very awesome to be able to catch that. So cool. Alright, as we make it to the other side of the castle, we are in Fantasyland, and no surprise, it is insanely busy in here already. This is kind of a small-ish land, and so it's kind of cramped in here, so that's why it's always so freaking crowded. And of course, there's Peter Pan with like a freaking 30-minute wait. Probably. It looks kind of shorter than that, but still, it's long. There's a carousel. There's Pinocchio's ride right over here. And there's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. That's my favorite ride of all of Fantasyland, because it's literally insane. At the end of the ride, you literally go to hell. That's how insane this ride is. Then there's Dumbo and everything. It's not too bad, honestly. It's about like what, close to 10:30? No, I think it's almost 11 o'clock, and it's still pretty doable in terms of crowds. I'm kind of surprised by this. There's Geppetto. That was very cool. And I think that's Bert from Mary Poppins. That's what I love about Disneyland. Sometimes you just have characters just walking through. Sometimes characters even ride this carousel right here. So you just never freaking know. I don't know what else to say, but I just love this place so much. That's why I'm here almost every single week. All right, now I think there is one more location that I have yet to show you guys. And I barely really visit this area, to be honest, but you know what? I said I was going to show you as much as I could around Disneyland, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to go into Galaxy's Edge. If I can get on a ride there, which will be Smuggler's Run. I'm not doing Rise of the Resistance yet, especially since it's too long. But yeah, if we can do Smuggler's Run, that'd be awesome. If not, I'll just show you around and see what there is to see. All right, here we are in Galaxy's Edge. There's the Millennium Falcon, and that's the only thing that I know when it comes to Star Wars. I literally have not seen a single movie of any of the Star Wars films, whether it be the original trilogy, the prequels, sequels, whatever, it doesn't matter. I have not seen any, but I cannot lie. This land, thematically, looks incredible. Looks freaking amazing. And at night, they actually do like a projection show, which is absolutely very cool. They do it right here, actually. And so, I wish I had filmed footage of this earlier, because trust me, it gets very crowded here because this is a very not a huge area for people to really gather, so spots go by very quickly. But it's a pretty cool projection show, actually. They have like a hologram kind of where that droid is, you can kind of see over that dude's head, and literally all of this, I think even that kind of gets projected on for a little bit, or maybe just parts of this, but it's mainly kind of focused on here, and I think it has something to do with mainly the main trilogy as far as I know. So yeah, either way, very, very cool. And Smuggler's Run is about 5 minutes, so why not? Let's do it.
This is Onaka Transport Solutions. Today, I am offering the opportunity of a lifetime. I need flight crews to transport this valuable merchandise across the galaxy, pilots to navigate, engineers to operate the ship, and gunners to defend the shipments. And that is where you come in. Stick to fly right and left. I was just about to send that pilot on the gun. Pull back on the stick to fly out, and goes forward to fly out. Weapons are online. Pilot, 50 booster. Pilot, make the jump to light speed. Talk to us. Take evasive action. Will pilot us in remotely. We'll retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the First Order and made Chewie proud.
Okay, that was a lot of fun. Usually when I do Smuggler's Run, I'm always the engineer, because that's honestly the easiest thing to do. I never want to be pilot. I don't think I can handle that pressure. But even so, I was gunner this time, and something that I didn't know that you could do is literally just hold on to the button. You don't have to like tap it over and over again, but just literally pressing down on the button, and the gun just shoots over and over again. So I didn't even know that. I'm not even sure if many people do that. So it's a good tip, for at least for next time when I'm gunner, because it gets a little taxing when you're kind of just pressing the button over and over and over again. But yeah, so that was fun. Before we actually leave out here, here's some stormtroopers. Those are always fun to see walking through the park. It's Especially, look at, what is he doing? You do not want to mess with those guys. There is the Columbia ship making its rounds on the rivers of America. Never done that before. I've done the Mark Twain plenty of times, but not this ship. Now, I wanted to take a little time off and say, or stop a little bit and say, I'm shocked that it's almost 12 o'clock and it's still not that busy today. It is a great day so far. Beautiful day and not too busy as of right now. What more can you ask for? So we're currently on the raft to get on over to Tom Sawyer Island right now. And it's pretty empty. Again, it is very not busy right now. I can't get over this. Well, 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 do we meet again? We... 2 geese right there. I remember, I think it was about a couple of weeks ago when I was here, so many people were just walking past this area and they didn't even notice those 2 geese up there. And somehow, I guess that's just their favorite place to perch on this island. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Okay, yeah, I'll back up, don't worry. But yeah, that's just cool. Here we are on Tom Sawyer's Island. Now this is my favorite part of pretty much the entire resort. Or one of my favorites at least, because it's just so empty. Now there's a lot of greenery all around here. Can't see too much, but I'm gonna be walking around here showing you guys a little bit. But yeah, I wish I could go on this bridge right here, but it's closed right now. It's open some days and then it's closed some days. No idea why, but that's just how it is. But let me take my hat off so you can see me. I'm gonna go up to where the treehouse is. See, right over here. I think before you used to be able to kind of climb into it. I think. But, oh, and just a little bird just literally flew like right here. Right in front of me. That was crazy. There's the Mark Twain right over there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's the view of the castle. You can kind of see the castle, but there's the Matterhorn as well. And yeah, but usually, especially around this time of day, not a lot of people are up here, whether it be up in this particular location or just on Tom Sawyer's Island. So, whew, yeah, it's kind of tiring to get up here though, but it's totally worth it. But let's walk around a little bit and see what else there is to see on Tom Sawyer's Island. On Tom Sawyer's Island. I'm going to keep that blooper in there because you know what? I am not professional. Alright, here is the view of the Columbia boat passing by. Very freaking awesome. I don't know if I'm going to do that today, but one of these days I will do this attraction. Let's walk across this pontoon bridge. It's an insane bridge, and I always tell myself I am not going to vlog while I'm on this bridge, because look, all right, so you see these are moving, so you're kind of basically on top of some barrels. You see right here, they have something like this at Knott's Berry Farm too as well, but it's difficult to literally walk around this. But either way, look at how beautiful. Look at the beautiful views that you get out here of rivers of America. And there's some people doing some canoeing, and I have no idea how they can even have the stamina to do that. That you're actually rowing. It's like they're literally rowing. They're doing a bunch of work. So it's, yeah, I could never do that. And I think that's like maybe a 30-minute rowing journey. I don't know how long that lasts for, but still, I could not do that. But, okay, almost all the way across this crazy freaking bridge. Made it. Yeah, it's fun. Trust me, it's fun, but it's insane. All right, so I'm not really gonna film any of this, but as you can see, this area pretty much has like a lot of caves in it. So you can't, I don't think that's one, but that's one definitely in here. But they also have some that's much smaller than this, and you kind of have to really hunch down and like climb in there. And I do that. I love to do that, but again, not going to show you guys that in this particular vlog. I never do in any vlogs anyway, but take a look right here. That is the Mark Twain boat. And you just get a stunning view of that boat just going past this island right here. It's freaking awesome. And that boat gives you like a beautiful, incredible ride around rivers of America. But I love getting these kind of views here on Tom Sawyer Island. That was a big step that I didn't know was there. Goodness. Yeah, see, those are big steps. Watch yourself. Now, what I did want to say though is that if you generally want to escape the craziness that is Disneyland crowd sometimes, this is the place to do it. Get on the raft, come on over to Tom Sawyer Island. Usually in the mornings you'll have the island all to yourself, and it can get somewhat busy, but not nearly as busy as it tends to get at Disneyland in general. So if you really want to have like a good escape, then this is definitely the place to do it. And you kind of don't even feel like you're at Disneyland. You feel like you're somewhat in nature, you know? It's kind of somewhat quiet. You hear, well, it's quiet besides the screaming of Tiana's bio adventure. Oh, and here, right there, is one of those caves that I was talking about. You see how small that is? Tiny. I could kind of get in there, but I'm not even going to attempt that right now. I'm too tired, so yeah. But seriously, this is one of my favorite spots to get to, just to escape some of the craziness of Disneyland, which is just the crowds and everything. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I love Tom Sawyer Island a lot. All right, guys. Well, I think that is about it for this video. I'm getting very tired. I want to get something to eat, and I also want to start doing stuff for the 70th anniversary celebration today. Today's been really fun. I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to pull this off for you guys, but the fact that I was able to has been great. It's been very surprising, because usually I do not have the courage to just walk around and be on camera and do all this kind of stuff. I'm completely out of my element for the most part on the outside, you know, being in public and whatnot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. This was a one-time thing. Like, I don't tend to do vlogs here at all. I've tried and it didn't do very well, and so that's why I made the other channel. The link will be in the description down below for you guys to go ahead and check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.